evening. Let's head over and join Rob Walker.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Friday night, we're in Sheffield, and this is a semi-final involving two of the most talented youngsters our sport has seen for a decade and a half. It's the perfect climax to day 14 at the Kazoo World Snooker Championship. It's proper snooker gravy in Sheffield. Please welcome a player 6 frames away from advancing to the final. He would be the first debutant to do so in more than 4 decades. He's been a revelation on this run. Can he take one last step into our sport's ultimate match? Here comes China's fearless Jiahui. And his opponent, a player also in uncharted territory. Never before has he been this far. This guy is born for the big stage. He's bounced back once already against the Rocket. Can he do so again? He will give it absolutely everything tonight. Here comes the Belgian bullet, Luca Brecel.
Thank you. The 17th frame.
Good evening, Rishi. Good evening, everyone. A wonderful reception for these two very exciting and talented players. A pretty good length with the break off. He was awesome this morning. That's not a bad start, Steve.
Just what the doctor ordered. He had a tough morning session. Did well to win 2 frames. His safety wasn't good enough this morning, but
4.
if you can knock them all in, it doesn't matter. Good opening here.
Five.
Well, I managed to bump into him in the hotel with lots of his friends there, and he looked so relaxed. And he's going to come out here this evening and give it his all. He's a wonderful player to watch. And as the boys were saying, what he did against Ronnie O'Sullivan, you have those thoughts in the back of your mind, 10-6 down. And he just, in the end, blew Ronnie away. He was awesome. Ronnie said it was fantastic and wished him all the best. He's going to need that type of player this evening here.
12.
Fantastic shot.
17.
Could have played for the loose red behind the black, but so aggressive is Luca. A little bit unlucky that pink and black are now tied up, but he should be able to get out for the blue.
Yeah, I think if he can get that red away from the right corner pocket, the pink will be possible into that pocket, but that's
80.
a few shots away. If he can get the blue and get on that red, as you can see from that picture, that will then clear the path for the pink. Oh, he hit the green. He just played for the red that was over the
18.
pocket. And I mean, you could try
Jiahui
this shot.
5.
If you tried to pot the blue and go in off the green, you'd never be able to do it.
Well, that's a big misjudgment. If there was any danger of collision with the green, he shouldn't have been playing it. He just assumed all he had to do was knock it in and he'd probably be on this red, but he could have played a stun shot. It would have been a harder pot on the blue, but his only hope now is that Jiahui can't play position from this red over the pocket.
One.
Not straightforward, the angle he has on this blue. I can't see what red he can play for. They're all blocking each other. He's got a slight angle on the blue here, so he might be able to manufacture something.
If it was dead straight, but the only thing he's got is the 2-ball plant. He still might be playing that. Depends on the angle.
Yeah, he's spotted your plant, Steve. It's not direct in line, so he'll look at the first ball and he'll look at the angle he wants to hit it to the left of the pocket to straighten this plant up. No, it wasn't dead set.
Jiahui 6.
Well, he's left Luca a tempter, but a lot of danger. He's going to collide with the reds.
Well, he's covered all those reds, but this is an easy escape for Jiahui. And he's played it well. This could be in behind the brown if it bounces far enough. Excellent.
Yeah, it was a good safety from Luca, but he couldn't stop that escape. Definitely Jiahui's had the best of not only table time, but the safety as well. Haven't been many safety shots.
Yeah, I don't think the angle's there to land on that red that's behind the black. And even if he did, he'd have to be perfect, otherwise he'd leave the other red to the left of it, so it may have to be the 2 cushion escape. And well, he's going to try and get to that red, but let's see, he's going to have to hit 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 cushions. Just watch this for an escape if he can pull this off. There's 1, 2, 3 cushions. Here comes the 4th. Not quite.
Foul. And the miss. Jiahui 4.
Slid quite a lot off that right-hand side cushion there. He's got to get quite close to the yellow in order for this shot to be possible.
Luca. Touch. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's very, very good at angles, is Luca. The green's in the way slightly, so using the spider. Can he find the angle this time? This looks better. This looks better. It's just sliding a little bit off the third cushion there. It might not be on
Foul,
now
and a miss.
because he couldn't get any closer to the blue. He might have to play onto that red.
Black.
That's just near the black, to the right of it.
He was very close to the yellow and he still couldn't make it, so...
Okay.
He may hit, see the two reds to the right of the black? You see, he can't get any closer to the yellow. This is a great effort. But he walks back with that little smile. He knows that the red I mentioned he could leave on, he's left on. He was in a terrible position there, was Luca Brecel. He knew if he didn't catch the red correctly, he would leave this one along the cushion.
One. Eight. Nine.
Not straightforward to knock in a sizable break here. An unbelievable quarter-final match he had with Anthony McGill to win it on a deciding frame.
Yeah, that's about the only time he's looked under pressure in this event. I mean, he went for a sticky patch there, was a bit more demonstrative in his chair. But he steadied the ship in the end.
15.
It's not great to guarantee if he goes into these four reds around the pink spot that he gets a favourable split, but he'll probably play it. He has got a red below the black. And he's got himself on it.
20.
Probably going to come up for the blue, although it is tempting to try and shift that red away from the black off the top cushion. He's just looking at that, seeing if it's good value. That would open things up. Or does he cut his losses, go back for the blue?
There's your answer, Steve. Did exactly as you predicted.
$28. 29.
I think a few of the crowd thought he'd caught the jaw and had missed that, but safely in. Can you imagine how many people are watching this player back in China? It must be
36.
unbelievable. Their new star in the semi-final here.
37.
Yeah, seemingly coming from nowhere from the pack of Chinese players. This has been such an accurate break. So clinical.
40.
Just about goes.
Well, the plant might be on as well. In fact, the plant's better for position.
Well, a bit of a heartbreaker for Luca Brecel
52.
here. He was in first among the balls, failed to make the
52.
most of his opportunity. And while he didn't lose the frame from his mistake, eventually Jiahui's got the better of the play, and it's looking inevitable,
60.
isn't it, that he's going to get in the final. Can't see this changing at the moment.
61.
This morning session, Luca was sitting in his seat, and a number of times he was smiling in awe of some of the
68.
shots that this player was pulling off. He's already made 3 century breaks.
69.
And even that shot, he had a lot of reverse side. Can he pot the black and get on the yellow? There's the black. And here comes the cue ball. Absolutely perfect.
76. 78.
Well, do you remember the film with Paul Newman, Cool Hand Luke? You're looking at one of the coolest players I've seen for a long time. First time
85.
in the semi-final at the Crucible Theatre in the World Championship, and he's performing like this. Incredible.
Yeah, who would have
Nice.
thought a 20-year-old was the player that was giving the masterclass out to the rest of the field at the moment?
Oh, what a shame. No century break, but what an opening frame to this third session. He got one chance, and he won it with one visit, and he now extends his lead. It's 12-5.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The 18th frame. Luca Brecel to break.
And as it happens so many times, the break-off shot is leaving a potential pot into the right corner. He was just looking at the angle. I think if he pots it, he'll miss the cannon on the black. But he's not sure. If he thinks he's going to cannon into the black, he might refuse it. He doesn't refuse much, this player. This time he didn't like it because the cannon on the black was on.
Tempter for Luca into the yellow pocket. Oh.
Jiahui 4.
I mean, obviously, you know, you could say the cue ball shouldn't be anywhere near the middle pocket, but it was such a tough shot. Hugely unlucky.
Well, he was unlucky in the first frame of the session, when he potted the blue and flicked the green and went in off. But this is a must pot, because if this doesn't go in, he's going to leave Luca.
Big shot, a bit of noise in the crowd. And this is a big shot. Helped a little bit by a 7-frame lead. Another swashbuckling pot.
8.
So accurate.
Nine. $16.
Watch when he plays a shot. Keeps his head rock solid still for just a beat after he's hit the ball, just to make sure he's not moved any other parts of his body.
17.
Most of this Crucible crowd will have never seen this player
20.
before this year's World Championship. You can hear a pin drop out there. I think they're mesmerized by this 20-year-old's play. Look at that wonderful Crucible with just the one table.
$32. $33.
Second red, probably pots. He played a run-through off a shot like this, risked the run-through earlier in the match, went wrong. Perhaps he'll play the screw back this time. Mesmerising. What a job he's doing on Luca Brecel here.
What a job he's doing on the snooker table. Look at the split he got there on the reds. This is stunning.
46.
I commentated on this morning's
47.
session and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And he's doing exactly the same this evening. There's no let up at the moment.
I mean, it just
54.
looks like he's going to be coasting into the final here. I mean, are we seeing the youngest ever world
55.
champion? Stephen Hendry's record to be beaten. Is he that good? He's got a tough opponent in the final, if that's how it's going to pan out. But if he keeps this form up,
Yes, I keep waiting for Luca Brecel to
62.
get in and do this, but he's not getting in. He's unlucky to go in off to the middle after that super long pot. But you can't do anything about this. You've
63.
got to just sit and admire what's going on out there.
$71.
the thing is, Dennis, when you're a young player, all of a sudden you have a breakthrough, and the
78.
breakthrough being getting this far into the tournament, and you're getting encouragement from
70.
destroying your opponents. Somewhere down the line, it actually dawns on you, you can win the event. And that's where the great players convert the chance. And some people panic a bit. But at the moment,
85.
he looks like he's confident enough to seize the moment.
86.
Almost made the century in the last frame. He's already had 3
92.
in this semi-final.
93.
He's had 7 centuries in total.
$99.
Wonderful play.
100.
Wonderful play. His 8th century in this year's World Championship and his 4th in this semi-final.
105. 107.
He's had a 125. That's his highest in the tournament. He can beat that here.
110. 114.
You would think he was down the club just having a knockabout the way he's playing here. I mean, this is... Well, it's beyond belief the way he's
119.
playing. Fabulous. Everything going right in the centre of the pocket. Wow, what about that? A magnificent break of 132 from Jiahui. And he's now leading by 13 frames to 5. You can't believe it, can you?
Thank you. The 19th frame. See Jiahui to break.
Luca's smiling at the table and he's looked over. See Jiahui, that's lovely to see. But whatever you do, don't hit the blue. But if you're going to finish behind the green, it's okay.
Not easy to get this in behind the green. Cushions are sliding quite a lot. Making sure he didn't accidentally push any red to the right corner.
He holds his hands up. He's flicked the green. He fluked the red, but he's flicked the green and finished in absolutely nothing. If you're going to get a fluke, it'd be nice to finish on a colour. Oh, it's not going to reach.
Foul.
And it's a free ball.
Luca Brecel 1. See Jiahui 4. Free ball.
Oh, I think he's a bit confused. Look, he's going to get down and just play as if Jiahui was going to put him back in again. But
Jiahui was laughing. It was quite a funny moment. Free ball, massively hurtful mistake from Luca Brecel there. It's a tough shot to pop this blue and get on the black. Play it with a lot of backspin onto the side cushion. Really nip the cue ball if he can see enough of it to put it into the centre. Well, I thought he was going to play that a lot harder off the side cushion for the black, assuming the black goes. Maybe it doesn't. Held for the blue.
great recovery.
6.
He was trying to play for the pink off that first free ball, but he's got to hit this well to get on the black. Never in doubt.
7.
A bit of hope for Luca Brecel. Has the positional side of this break gone wrong? It's not going to be easy to keep it going. There is a gap. He's looking there for that red on the left. Just squeeze it in between the black spot and the red he's touching. Not easy to get on that though.
Steve mentioned it was going to be very difficult to get onto a red because he was hampered slightly with his cueing there. Nothing goes into that pocket, so it will just be a safety shot, you would feel.
Yeah, for a second I thought there was a plant, but he hadn't even given it a look, so must be another red in the way into the middle pocket there, but it looked like it nearly went.
Jiahui 40.
That cue ball just poking its nose out. Luca should be able to play thick. Doesn't want to leave a red over the pocket though. Oh, you've got to. He didn't hit that one. Better shot. Somehow Luca's got to play his way into this match. His natural way is to pot himself into the match, but he might have to play some granite snooker as well.
But look at this return safety shot. Acknowledged by Luca, tapping the table. Needs to miss the brown. But the black's tied up. Certainly won't go into the left corner, so that red's not a lot of use.
He might take his time working out this shot. This is a massive long red to take on. Is he going to play this screw back? God. And perhaps he could play stun shot for the pink. It makes it easier. Looks like he's revving up to screw it back. That was tough. Do you know what? It happened this morning as well. Luca hasn't had the best of it. You know, some of the luck. Another day, he'd get more chances than he has had today. It's been difficult. Well, he might be able to get through, but it's tough from the cushion. Those sorts of shots you're left with, the shots you don't want to play. It just, you know, the hole seems to get bigger, doesn't it, Dennis?
Yeah, it didn't look as if he could quite see enough of that, but he'd convinced himself to have a go at it. He's going to need the extended rest as well here, unless he can. He's quite a tall lad. Can he stretch around? I don't think so. Might be able to get it with the normal rest, but that's still quite a reach. Yep, he's okay.
A couple of extensions. A lot of players have a smaller length one and then the one that replicates the old-fashioned half butt that's still on the side of the table.
You said a couple of extensions there, Steve. We might need a couple of extensions for the other semi-final, because that is unbelievably tough match snooker. Only got 5 frames in the last session.
Yeah, ground to a halt a bit. Tough match play. This has been a different type of tough match play. Much more walking the tightrope. And this kid has done it so well.
5.
Coming of age as a snooker player. It's great to see.
Six. 12. 30.
Just got complete control of the cue ball at the moment, as well as potting everything, as John Parrott was saying, right in the centre of the pocket.
It's not going to be easy to
90.
keep on the black. Another tough shot to take on, coming off the top cushion and cannoning into the red to the left of the one he's going to pot. That's a big shot to take on. It looks like he's playing it, unless he's going up for the pink again. Oh, it's brilliant.
20.
Judging the angle off the cushion, never certain. Fully committed to that and got the reward. This is relentless.
27.
94% pot success rate. Well, positional success rate.
28.
94 there for his pot success rate.
35.
That'll win any tournament.
36.
Not happy about that. He's now going to maybe be forced to go into the four reds. Doesn't want to get an unlucky split. That was Luca's only hope. That's just gone astray. There's not much you can do, is there, Luca? On another day,
44.
he would have got a few more favourable leaves after his opponent had missed or played a poor safety, but he didn't get any. Tough day.
$50. 51.
I don't think there's any words left to describe what we're watching here. We've used them all.
50 down.
Just have to sit and admire.
$65.
I
66.
mean, what is impressive is the fact that he's just continued the pressure on his opponent. He hasn't taken his foot off the gas at all. Easy to happen. You lose a little bit of
73.
concentration. The match seems like it's coasting to a formality of a
74.
conclusion. And all of a sudden, you miss a couple of shots and your opponent gets back into it. But this has been an incredibly consistent display.
81. 50. 82.
And if he drops nicely on that red, anywhere in that circle, and he'll be on the red. Just drop in behind it. Is the blue gonna snooker him on the yellow? It might do. It just ran a little bit too far. He's on 97. Just hit it as hard as you can and see what happens. Once again, this 20-year-old gets one chance and he makes a frame-winning break. It is relentless, and the scoreline now reads 14-5.
Thank you. 20th frame. Luca Brecel to break.
Well, what a reception Luca Brecel had when he came to the table there to break off in this frame before the mid-session interval. They love what they're watching, but they would love to see a bit of a comeback. Even that little flick, Steve.
Yeah. The wry smile on Luca's face. What can you do? What a cruel game snooker is. I mean, how well Luca's been playing in this tournament. I'm sure he came into this match feeling every bit as confident as he should have been after knocking out Ronnie O'Sullivan. It's just all collapsed. And not really down to anything other than maybe some very loose safety. Well, that was the first misjudgment we've seen. A little bit of maybe lack of experience. He didn't need to take that risk. He could have just rolled into the pack. Asked Luca to make the running. So a chance.
One. 6. Seven. Cheers.
It looks inviting to go into the pack of reds off the blue, but he wouldn't want to destroy the position of the black. It's in nice open play. So if he does go into the blue, into the pack off the blue,
40.
he wouldn't necessarily career into him.
50.
Lost control there.
Yeah, he was just bridging over the reds and hit it a little too hard, so change your plan now. Now he's still looking at the blue, but it's a much more difficult pot. He's got to keep his eye on the blue, let the white take care of itself here. And he didn't. But
Luca Brecel.
it may all
50.
be safe. I don't think that red goes in the left middle pocket, so as you can see, didn't get the cannon as he intended and just took his eye off the difficult blue, but this time I doubt whether he's left anything. There's only one cutback. That's too tight, I think.
It goes. It's not a full pocket. It's not the easiest safety shot. Two reds invitingly close to the corners. You'd have to play a very good safety to stop Luca having a sniff at one of them. So unless you can see another type of containing shot, which there is, you know, you could just roll along to the top cushion and just contain the situation, but that's not how this player plays. He's going for the throat again. Tough shot, but played in such a way that you got that cue ball into a safe area, or as safe as possible.
Wasn't the easy of starters there, cutting the red back into a blind pocket. He was looking away from the pocket.
You feel that Luca's got to try and make it count here.
Cheers. Sorry.
Overhit that a little bit. I think he was probably playing for the red into the left corner, but no damage done.
Cheers.
Yeah, you just feel like Luca's got to start putting his scoring boots together, lace them up. It's the only way back in, not by scrapping frames.
$11. 12. $90. 20.
He's okay, even though he's straight on the black. He's got a choice of shots here. Screwing back with a little reverse side
27.
to give himself a good angle.
28.
If if he could go on and make a frame-winning
35.
break here, what a reception he would get as he goes to the mid-session interval.
36. $43. 44.
Dennis, you feel like Luca can only afford to let his opponent have one more frame tonight. Any more, it's all over. First to 17. There'd be some hope if he could limit his opponent to 15 frames by the end of play.
52.
Well, the frame is
56.
well and truly over. Be nice just to clear the lot up.
57.
Not going to be easy.
$64. $65.
Yeah, that's good. Come on, Luca. Let's see you pot the lot.
72. 73.
Just to remind everybody how good Luca is. And also to remind himself as well, because it's tough when you're sitting in your chair watching the other guy at the
80.
table. You can forget you can play the game.
81.
Already his highest break in this semi-final, and that's a wonderful positional shot he's
88.
just played there.
90. $93.
Yeah. Shot time, 12 seconds a shot in this break.
$97.
It's a tricky little blue, but just drop it in. Fantastic. Brilliant. He's not going to bother with a black. A wonderful response from Luca Brecel. He makes a century break, and the boys don't realise it's a mid-session interval.